Hello, hello. Can you hear me out there? Hi, this is Queen Juicy coming on live for you guys again. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me on my podcast today. I am excited to be here. I have a really good topic we're going to talk about today. But before we get started, we always got to do what we always do, which is showcase a wonderful wine. And we're going to start with my song. Drinking of the wine, wine, wine. Drinking of the wine, wine, wine. It's wine time, y'all. Drinking of the W-I-N-E. Drinking of the wine. It must have been 10,000 years. Hey. Drinking of the wine. It's wine time, y'all. So today, I have something to share with you guys. It's going to be amazing that I hope you guys enjoy. So I had the pleasure this weekend of going to a very beautiful, beautiful resort, winery, spa, right? It's called Gervasi and it's in Canton, Ohio. It's beautiful. You guys would love it. And so I have a wine that I am going to showcase. But before we get there, so the name of the spot, it's so beautiful. First, I just want to talk about how beautiful it is. It has 3 different restaurants, a spa, and a hotel resort that you can stay at overnight. Some people stay or for weeks or however long you want to stay. It's very, very beautiful. It looks like a castle. It's very serene. It's old Tuscan furniture, very Italian. It just makes you think of Italy. It's like very much of an Italy themed. It makes you feel like you're in a different place, but you're in Ohio. And it's something that you would expect to see out of town, like in, Vegas, Colorado, or some like, Miami, somewhere like that. But it is, or even in California, it's something that you would expect to see there. But it's such a beautiful resort. And if you ever get the opportunity to go, it is amazingly beautiful. We sat out on a patio. They have amazing cuisine. We sat out on the patio. They have a place where you can smoke cigars if you're into that kind of thing. And it's just a beautiful place. So what I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to showcase a wine. They have a beautiful winery. They also have bourbons, vodkas that they all make in-house. They have a distillery. They do tours. They do wine tastings and pairings, and it's just amazing. Like, it's a beautiful place. If you get an opportunity to go, and it's like maybe an hour drive away, it's not that far. Thank you, Emery, for letting me know about it. But it was an amazing place. So I want to show you guys this wine that I had while I was at the resort called Dolce Saria. It's it's a sweet white wine. It is more like a Riesling or Moscato. It's a dessert wine, and it's called Dolce Sierra, and it's an elegant wine that complements spicy foods, cheeses, and simple desserts, or it can be a dessert all by itself. It's sweet. The grapes are allowed extra time on the vine for continued ripening and intensifies the flavor and concentration of sweetness. So if you like sweet wines, this is one that you want to check out. And it is 10% alcohol, and it's in this really pretty, sexy bottle, y'all. It's beautiful. So I am not going to open this bottle of wine because I am doing a raffle, right? I am going to raffle this bottle off, and I'm going to raffle it off to everyone that follows me on you. In order to be eligible for the raffle, you have to follow me on YouTube. You have to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on both of my social media platforms. That's my Shell BB Gilbert, and also Michelle Gilbert, and also Michelle BB. But you have to follow me on both of my Facebook pages, and also subscribe to my YouTube in order to get this beautiful bottle of wine for free. And it's an expensive place, right? So this bottle of wine, it was like $26. They have, it's like really luxury, lavish, beautiful place. If you want to treat yourself, if you just need a getaway, somewhere to go to have an amazing, tranquil, beautiful time, they're out there riding bikes. It's an amazing place to go. If you get the opportunity to go, please go check it out. It's like a really dope place. So if you get the opportunity, so I'm going to raffle this off. I'm going to put everybody who follows me on all three platforms, on both of my Facebook pages and my YouTube, and you subscribe, you will go in the drawing. I'm going to pick a person, and it doesn't matter where you at, because if you're far away, I will mail it to you, and I will reach out to you once a raffle person is chosen, and I'm going to announce it next week. So you have a full week to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also to follow me on Facebook. Okay, so I'm not going to open that bottle, but I am still sipping on something very lovely. Iced tea, y'all. Peach iced tea. So today we're going to talk about confidence, or being confident versus conceited. Oftentimes, people tend to confuse the two personality types, and they are actually completely opposite. Being self-confident is healthy. It is being comfortable in your own skin, but it is also has some very key attributes that we are going to discuss, that is the core of being a self-confident versus the attributes of conceited, right? And, with a lot of kids graduating, with this being a time where a lot of people are graduating from college, it's a lot of young people starting out in the, some are going to work, some are going to college, some are graduating from college and joining the workforce. I just wanted to talk about the difference between confidence and being conceited. So let's get straight to it. This is not going to be a long show today, but I just wanted to get on here and talk about this, right? So one of the key attributes to kind of decipher whether a person is conceited or confident is how they accept compliments. Someone who is self-confident knows how to accept a compliment. They understand that accepting a compliment does not mean you agree with the person. It is actually appreciating the kindness that is shared from another individual. When you compliment a person, you want nothing more than for them to accept your compliment, to receive it. However, I'm a sip. Conceited individuals, when given a compliment, they will say things like, I know, I'm just kidding. However, behind that comment is insecurity. They overcompensate by taking compliments as a given and fail to receive a compliment humbly. In reality, they crave the praise to feed their low self-esteem. Someone who is self-confident appreciates the praise, but they're not desperate for it. I'm going to sip on that. We all have encountered people who are, they want to be constantly complimented, but this is not what we're talking about. You're right. When you are confident, you also don't have a problem sharing a compliment with other people. You don't have a problem with complimenting people. You don't have a problem. You don't feel like it takes away from you at all by expressing to someone else something that is beautiful, or and you can see the beauty in other people and other individuals. You don't take it as it's all about you, right? And exactly. Conceited people cannot wait to get a compliment. They'll even fish for them. Another attribute where you can tell the difference between a real confident person and a conceited person, which is not really your average typical way of looking at things, is how they deal with the amenities of their wrongs or how they deal with a difficulty. People who are confident, they have the ability to deal with conflict very gracefully, and they don't have a problem admitting that they are wrong. Their confidence does not take away. They can say, "Hey, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, my bad." They don't have a problem doing that. They don't see admitting their faults or their wrong as winning or losing. They see it as an opportunity to grow as a person, an opportunity. They see these disagreements as a way of learning. I'm going to sit on that for a minute, because a lot of times we don't understand that. A confident person has the ability to say, "I'm sorry," and apologize for their wrongdoings. A person who is confident doesn't see admitting their wrongs or their faults as a weakness, but more of a strength. A conceited person has a hard time admitting any of their faults. Their outlook on life, a lot of times, is my way or the highway. Their arrogance scars others and hinders growth. I'm going to say that again. Their arrogance scars others and hinders growth. Pushing the truth away, not admitting their faults, and failing to apologize can put a serious strain on any relationship. And a confident person, and really, in order to admit your faults, you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. People who are confident don't have a problem with vulnerability. They welcome being open. They're open to themselves, and to allow yourself to be vulnerable, it requires strength and confidence. Who agree with me out there? I like what you said, Denise. Confidence shares the wealth. Another way that we can gauge a confident from conceitedness is, how do you carry yourself? These are ways that we don't look at it. How do you carry yourself? Confident people, they typically are grounded and secure. Confident individuals build up and motivate the people around them. People who are confident, they know how to handle most situations with grace and class. When they're dealing with conflict, they are very poised and understanding, because they have the ability to see other people's concerns and sympathize with them. I'm going to say it again. When dealing with conflict, they are very poised and understanding. They have the ability to see people concerns and can sympathize with them. They possess the ability to see life through another pair of lenses, making them understanding and compassionate people. Being able to do this is a sign of confidence. Being able to do this is a sign of confidence because you are not constantly focused on yourself. And it gives perspective when others try to knock you down. Conceited people, on the other hand, sometimes when they're dealing with conflict, it's very hard for them to pay attention because they are not considerate of other people's feelings or their situations in life. They see themselves as they see themselves or problems of others or other issues not as important as their own. Whatever issue they have, whatever problem or situation they're dealing with, it takes precedence over anybody else's issue or problems. At first glance, people may mistake their conceit is confidence, but it's merely a facade. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes we mistake confidence or, you know, and it's really conceit. But the truth of the matter is, when it's conceitedness, it's merely a facade painted with preconceived prejudice and coated in pride and ego. Their facade that they live behind is just to hide their insecurities. I'm going to sip on that. In my opinion, self-confident people have no problem. Like, even when it comes to success, self-confident people have no problem admitting that they work hard to get where they are. They don't boast about their opportunities or fail to acknowledge the people that help them along the way or help propel them forward on their journey. They understand that they would not be where they are at in life without the help of others. This realization creates a humble and grateful mindset. They don't feel the need to boast about their success, but rather enjoy the journey that it took to get to that place. They surround themselves with people who are confident, and they don't mind acknowledging and accepting that it took the help of others to get where they are at. Confident people don't allow success to change them or to cloud their perception. Values is always at the center of their success, and they tend not to compromise their values for success. I'm going to say it again. They tend not to compromise their values for success. They still find time to be supportive and prioritize the people who are important to them. However, conceited people, in contrast, think that they solely are responsible for their success. Everything that they accomplish is because of their constant motivation and work ethic. Conceited people tend to let their success define them instead of the journey to the success. And a lot of times it's because they had help, and sometimes it wasn't really a journey at all, but it was given to them. In my opinion, confidence exudes from the inside, and it resides in the inner dwellings of your heart. A confident person, when you're confident, that confidence is released from your mouth with what you say and how you treat others. When you are confident, you show up to the world as a good person with solid intentions. I agree. A lot of times, knowing the difference between confidence and conceit is vital nowadays because we are so caught up in success that we forget that it's not about the success, that it's not the success that defines you. Who you are is not defined by your success, but it's how you handle your success and how you handle your failures. That's what allows your true character. It's your character that is shaped by those things, by success, by your failures. That really is the true vitalness of who you are as an individual and what creates a good person. That's what creates true confidence. We have to allow our character to shape our outlook, and you'll have peace. Because you'll know, even though we all deal with trials, we all deal with tribulations, it's the making of you, it's the creation of you and your respect, and you'll be humbled along your journey. People who are confident, they find the importance of being a person with good moral character because they understand and they appreciate that your character is what carries you throughout life. It's what carries you on your best days and your worst days. In my opinion, if you're conceited, conceitedness strangles and stagnates true growth and success. In short, to sum it all up, in my opinion, confidence shines and conceit blinds. I see I have a lot of comments and a lot of people. I'm going to share some of these comments. Please add what you feel. Okay, I see Michelle Rose says, not all the time, but sometimes a confident person lacks outside beauty and has an abundance of inside beauty, whereas a conceited person has an abundance of outside beauty and lack of inner beauty. I completely agree with you. Like, in my opinion, true confidence and even true beauty exudes from the inside. It's the type of person you are. You can be a beautiful person physically and completely horrible and ugly on the inside, and it completely makes you unattractive. In my opinion, beauty is only skin deep, but inner beauty is what molds you and shapes you into. That's what real beauty is to me. That's why, like, you know, looks, all of those things fade away. Nobody, looks, how you look, all that stuff fades away at the end of the day. When as you age, as you get older, you change, your body change, you don't look the same, and that's okay. But if you're a beautiful person on the inside, that lasts a lifetime. If you're a beautiful individual, those are the things that sustains you, and in my opinion, is what really counts. And I agree with you on that, Denise. I feel like when you're a truly confident person, you have no problem complimenting other people. And it's not so that you can receive anything in return. It's just being honest, like, hey, you don't have a problem sharing with somebody, seeing the beauty in other people, because you realize that it's not all about you, but it's about others as well. It's not just all about us. A lot of times, we see beautiful people, and sometimes we see beautiful people and mistake them and think that that's all it is to them, but it's so much more to them. Like, that doesn't even matter. I'd rather have a person who everyone in my corner, that everybody perceives as unattractive, but is a beautiful person and a beautiful soul. Those are the things that are attractive and beautiful to me. Superficial things, outward beauty, all of that fades away. How you show up in the world, how you show up when you deal with conflict or problems, how you act when you're not in my presence, how you show up is what really, to me, is true confidence. That part, Lori. That's the true definition of a beautiful individual. How are you showing up as a person? How are you showing up to the world? Are you a person of good moral character? Because that is beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm going to sip on that. My iced tea. How you showing up at work? How people perceive you? And I had people tell me before that just by outward appearance, that they expected me to be a certain type of way. They expected me to be arrogant, stuck up, conceited, bougie, all these different things I've heard in my life. And anybody that really knows me know I am completely the opposite. I judge people based off of who they are as individuals. I like good, solid human beings. I don't even like to be really judged off of just my outward appearance. I don't even want people to see that. I want you to see my heart. I want you to see the type of person I am. I want you to see that I'm smart. Those are my beautiful attributes. If you ask me what was my beautiful attributes, that is what I would say. I would say that I'm intelligent. I would say that it's my brain that is beautiful. In the comments, share with me what you would want people to judge you. What do you think are the most beautiful things about yourself? I agree with you. Even in troubled times, confidence holds its head up high. Very, very good. That is so true. I'm a strong, firm believer that confidence has nothing to do with appearance. Confidence exudes from your heart, and it manifests in the way that you treat people, how you show up. That's the true nature of being beautiful, in my opinion. That's the true nature of confidence. And I do think, oh, thank you so much. I do think that a lot of times people confuse confidence with being conceited. They'll see a person and that person is confident, and without having a conversation with that person, because that person walks with their head up high, and they hold themselves to a certain standard of how they show up, people will perceive that as being conceited. But a conversation will show you that that's not conceitedness, but that's confidence. And I think that we get those two personality traits confused. A lot of times people show up and we think that it's confidence, but in reality, it's really conceit, because they are selfish individuals. They show up they're nasty and rude. And just to be pretty is not enough. It's not enough. It's just not. You have to be beautiful on the inside. That's what really counts. And I think a lot of times I've come across people that were absolutely stunning, but when you talk to them and have a conversation with them, you find out that they are so judgmental, so ugly on the inside, just horrible people. How many of us have been out somewhere? Matter of fact, I'll share a story with you. And I really do feel like a lot of times people who show up in the world conceited or selfish in that manner, I think that a lot of times it is based on low self-esteem. It is based on insecurities. I just was at it, like, one of my pet peeves, anybody that know me, one of my pet peeves is people who are rude, and you are in a customer service field. I feel like if you're in customer service, it takes absolutely nothing to just be kind. And I was just at a restaurant, and it was some older women in front of me, and they were being served by this younger woman. And she was belittling them because they were, moving a little slow, and they, were having some like trying to figure out what they wanted, and kind of was taking their time, right? And she became annoyed, and in her annoyedness, she started talking to them like very aggressively and rude. And to me, and I mean, she, it just was like really ugly. And I was very offended because, hey, Kim, I was very much offended because I don't like when people are mistreated. If you're just joining, we're talking about confidence and conceitedness and the difference between the two. I've asked everybody to share with me some of the things, some of the areas, some of the beautiful things about yourself that is not outwardly beautiful, not physical, but inside and inner beauty. Share some of those things that you recognize in yourself that showcases your inner beauty. Because, in my opinion, true confidence comes from the inside. True confidence is determined by how you show up in the world. So that's what we're talking about. But in this situation, she just was very rude to these people. And I just feel like, people who show up that way to the world, people who are rude and disrespectful to elderly people who, and she was a very attractive woman, but her personality wasn't attractive. When you're that type of person, you do the world and you do other people a disservice. And it's just ugly. So, to sum everything up, I just would say, because I said I wasn't going to be before you guys long, but I just want to say that real confidence exudes from the inside. It comes out through your mouth in a very positive way. The people, you can tell a person who's really confident because the people around them, they are always feeling uplifted. They are always motivating the people around them. They're very supportive of the people around them, and they show up. They're always encouraging other people. It's not enough for them to just be successful. They want their whole camp to be successful. They want everybody around them to be successful. They're going to be the people that are sharing information. Hey girl, I found out they having a job fair here and there. Hey girl, let me put you on to this way of investing money, or whatever the case may be. But they're always going to be sharing something, doing something to encourage and uplift other people. They're going to handle their problems, conflict, in a very graceful way, not rude and disrespectful, because it's not necessary. And they're not going to do things that's going to take away from who they are as a person. They don't have to be rude. They don't have to be disrespectful. They're just going to be truthful and honest, because they don't have to be that way in order to show up in a confident way. They don't want to take away from other people by being rude and disrespectful. They're not going to take away from themselves because they have too much respect for themselves to even be rude. I'm just saying. I'm going to sip on that one. Conceited people tend to hide behind outer things that make them beautiful. They're going to hide behind the clothes they wear, or how expensive the stuff that they wear is, or their cars. All of these outward things are the things that make them feel like they're worthy. But in reality, they do little work on the inner them. They might have the biggest house and the nicest cars and the flyest clothes and all the jewelry and all those type of things, but they don't work on the inner parts of them that really count, the things that really matter and make you a beautiful person. Those are not the things that they are concentrating on and building. And when we start building on the inner parts of us, that's what makes us, that's true confidence right there. When you start working on yourself as a person, when you start looking at, hey, maybe I'm doing this wrong, or maybe I can be different towards this person. When you're always doing a self-examination, when you're always looking at yourself and saying, hey, how can I be better? How can I grow? Those are the things that really count. And those are the things that really matter. I'm just saying. Those are the things that we should be focusing on. Those are the things that we should be mindful of. And those are the things that we should be looking at when we're looking for people, when we're interacting with one another. That's what we want to pay attention. That's what we want to esteem and lift up. People of confidence that exudes from the inside and radiates outside. So, like I said, I wasn't going to be before us long, but I definitely want to announce a giveaway. So, if you're just joining or you joined late, I want to give everybody opportunity to join in on this raffle. Again, I went to a very nice winery this weekend, and I will be raffling off this wonderful, amazing. It's very flavorful. If you are a person who likes sweet wine, sweet Riesling, you will love this. But I'm going to do a raffle, and I'm going to announce the winner next Wednesday. It doesn't matter if you're in Ohio and you're in the Cleveland area, then I will deliver it to you. But if you are not, then I will mail it to you. But it is a beautiful, nice bottle from a Gervasi vineyard, Dolce Sierra. Very nice bottle of wine that I'm going to raffle off. In order to be eligible for the raffle, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel and you have to follow me on both of my Facebook pages, Michelle BB and Michelle Gilbert. So, to sum everything up, thank you guys for always tuning in. I appreciate everyone who made comments. I appreciate you for sticking with me. Thank you for everybody who tunes in weekly. I appreciate you. I do not take your time for granted. I hope that I am sharing something that is positive, something you can take something away from what I'm saying. I hope that it is a blessing to you in some shape, way, form, or fashion. In short, I just want to end. Confidence shines and conceit blinds. Conceitedness stagnates growth, and confidence is growth. It's understanding and appreciating growth. It's of being of good moral character and being a good person. That's true confidence, and it exudes and it makes everything beautiful. Love you. Always stay gracious. Love you guys. Peace. Make sure you follow me because you have to. When I'm looking for people to put in the raffle, and I'm going to announce next week at the end of the podcast, I'm going to announce who wins the nice. This is an expensive bottle of wine. This is not like no $10 bottle of wine. This is a really nice from a very nice winery, and it's a beautiful bottle. I think it's all sleek and sexy. So follow me in order to be a part of the raffle. You have to follow me on you have to follow me on social media, on YouTube, and also both Facebook pages, my follow page and my regular page. Thank you. Love you. Always stay gracious. Peace.